You're live.
Good afternoon and welcome to Qigong. We're here at London Buddhist Centre in breathing space downstairs. My name is Nyana Dai and I'm here with Richard. Hi to everyone who's already posted a message about the rather appropriate title of today's class. Here comes the sun. Maybe somewhere. The sun will be somewhere after Richard. Just not here. So, we're going to start with the usual warm-up, which is feet hip apart, knees slightly bent, and swing the arms. So the hands don't come too much above the heart level, arms fairly straight, keep the arms separate. And if you want, you can raise the toes on the upswing. Let's raise the toes on the upswing and slightly extend the fingers. That's entirely up to you. And we'll do this for about 5-10 minutes as usual, somewhere in between. Richard's not got his Japanese t-shirt on, as far as I can see. Sort of burgundy number.
I'm worrying about your socks.
You don't like my socks?
Look a bit weird.
My socks, these socks were given to me by my mum. She won them in a golf competition. They don't have holes in them, which shows how much I've worn them, which is not very much. I think they're okay.
How many socks do you have?
Individual socks. Not many, not enough. I need some new socks. Richard, you've got about 100 pairs of exactly the same socks, don't you?
I have 20 pairs of identical socks.
20 pairs of identical socks. That gives you an idea of what Richard's like. More perspective. Richard fans. Yes, today's theme is Here Comes the Sun, so we'll be doing, definitely doing some fire, and do some earth as well. But definitely some fire, warm us up.
You'll be doing any singing?
No singing. Although I do like the song quite a lot. It's one of my favourite Beatles songs.
It's a bit of an earworm, isn't it?
Yeah. Richard was singing earlier. Maybe you're singing for us. Adriana says she'll be singing.
For the whole class?
Can you think of the lyrics besides Here Comes the Sun?
I must confess, I just Googled them.
Did you? Okay, go on.
But they're totally inane. I can't remember them. It said, "Here comes the sun, doo-dah, doo-dah."
Well, that's not easy. Yeah. Got George Harrison very upset. So it's all right, isn't it? Or something. It'll be all right. Or it's all right.
There's something about ice and thawing.
Okay.
And I think it's a love song.
Okay. So it's worth exploring, maybe. I have still haven't explored the Eye of the Tiger or Islands in the Stream, or Jolene for that matter. So just a little bit about Qigong. So what we're doing here is we're just having the blood to circulate and Qi to circulate more freely around the body, and Rich and I have a good chat just to take our minds off things. So the idea is, as I've been taught, is to let the Qi do its thing and allow the mind to do its thing as well. And don't be too willful, don't interfere. So Rich, I was playing golf yesterday, and Qigong, I think the Qigong and Tai Chi I've been doing definitely helped.
I don't know much about golf. How many shots do you need to get it in the hole?
Very technical question from Richard. How many shots do you need to get in the hole in golf? But it depends what par the hole is. So you have a par 3, par 4, and par 5. So, but you also have a handicap, so you get, depending on how good you are, you can get some extra shots to get the ball into the hole, so to speak.
But I mean you, yesterday, how many?
How many shots did I take?
Yeah.
Well, I think I played to about bogey, which means like 1 over par. So it took me 1 shot more than it than the par. So I think I was pretty happy with that. Let's come sideways on.
We have someone called Lau in the comments.
Hello.
Hi everyone, be healthy, stay safe.
Thank you. Nice to have you. I wonder if this is your first time here, or whether you've been coming along for a while to these online sessions now. And maybe let us know where you are as well. It's nice to know where people are coming from. I know we have Fraser from Scotland and Liz from Brighton. Actually,
Haringey, is it?
I'm not sure where they lives.
North London somewhere.
Somewhere in London, where there's building work going on.
So you have your own golf clubs?
I have, yeah. That's a nice complex. Japanese. Actually, you'd like them.
Where did you get those from?
My dad got them for me.
Oh.
I got them from the golf club.
How many golf clubs
I have.
are in a set?
Yeah, no. I've got quite a few.
Is it a standard number?
I think you can have maximum number. Like if you're playing a competition, you can have only so many clubs in your bag. You get disqualified.
You have woods.
Yeah.
That's for the big shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then irons shorter.
Yeah.
And then putter for the green.
Yeah. Richard knows everything that needs to be known. Right? It's very, actually, it's so beautiful. Like the leaves and trees are gorgeous. Autumnal colours.
Which golf course were you playing?
Beaconsfield.
Beaconsfield.
So it's on the train line from London Marylebone up to Birmingham or High Wycombe or Aylesbury. I'm sure.
Have you ever been to Beaconscott, the model village?
I've not been to the model village.
It's amazing.
Yeah? Should I go? It's quite expensive, I think, to get into the model village. So what's amazing about it? What did you like?
I went there for a photo shoot to take someone's portrait. So he was obsessed with it. So
Really?
He chose it as the location for his portrait.
I'd like to see those photographs.
Adriana says, I'm here.
Adriana's there.
Oh, we have the Manchester Buddhist Centre.
Yeah.
Hillary from Manchester is here.
Hi, Hillary from Manchester.
Loving the sock and golf chat.
Yeah. I did have a conversation with Major Banda when I talked about my playing golf, and he was horrified. He said he was rather I was a drug addict than a golfer. Anyway.
Did you explain why?
No, but I mentioned this morning, we had studied with him this morning on James Merrill, the Perchin, which was brilliant actually, so good. But he said you had to see it in context, but I can't remember what the context was. But I guess I get a sense of what it was. I think it's a sense of maybe for that lived a little bit. I can just shake hands a bit.
Did he say get a life?
Something like that. So just shaking out that attention, massaging the internal organs. Okay, good. Feet together, hands above the knees, and just rotate the knees. The shirt is from where is it from? Puri. It's from India. The shirt. I think it's not really from India, but that's where I bought it anyway. In Odessa. I don't know where that either.
Oh, Paul Perrin's here.
Ah, Paul, hello. Sit like in near the ocean. Thanks, Paul. Paul used to come. He used to attend. I think Paul had to go back to work now or something. So not quite as regular.
He had to pick up his daughter as well.
Oh yeah.
A-level maths.
Yeah, I hope your daughter's maths exam went well. You could have sent some cheat.
I got an E in my A-level maths.
Just in case you didn't hear that, she got an E in A-level maths. I'm quite impressed you even did A-level maths regularly. Let's get it away. How did you manage that?
I started off doing double maths.
Oh, God.
I was a sort of science mathematician at the age of 16. And then I became an arty person. And my A-level was a bit of a mess.
Right, that's very unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
Which went. Well, maybe you can hear him, but in case you can't, he went from being a scientific person to an arty person after he chose his A-levels. I'm sure that's not the whole story why he got an E in maths. Okay, I've lost count, so maybe start in a minute. Okay, and then hands on hips and rotating the hips, just keeping the head fairly steady.
No dear.
What's that?
Bad news from Paul. Just got back from the vet. My dog's had to have his front right leg amputated. Jen, I think she's done okay. Results to follow in December.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry to hear about your dog.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name, Paul?
Thanks. Muttley. Muttley is still running around in the legs he can use.
Oh, right, okay, good.
Dastardly and Muttley.
That's been like me and you, isn't it? Dastardly. I used to love wacky races.
Yeah. Penelope Pitstop was in. She also had her own show.
She had her own series, Penelope, but that I don't think it didn't quite work somehow. I don't think. Not that I watched it, but somehow you needed the rest of the mob. Okay, let's get out of the way. Rich is smiling away, thinking about it.
Well, I just think the painting behind you, all these arrowhants and bodhisattvas, and then I'm thinking of the wacky race. The incongruity of it all.
Yeah. Very dharmic, the wacky race is surely. But karma, like you never. Dick Dastardly's not enough. Did he ever win, Dick Dastardly?
I'm trying to remember the format. It was a race.
Yeah, it was a race
with around 10 different
karmas.
Yeah. Adriana will know.
Yeah, she'll know, but she won't be able to hear us. Okay, good. Shake a little bit, and then the final warm up, which is just holding the energy ball in breath, up, out breath, traces inside the circle. So just without any sort of stretching. So some time there and breathing. I think I'm quite fast for it. Let's do 5 more. And then right hand just below the belly, left hand on top, the resting position, so you can come back to this position at any time. Or if it's, even if it's too much, sometimes just sit down and take a break. And then into Uchi. So Uchi is hands by the side, space underneath the armpits, arms slightly rounded, fingers naturally spread a little bit, come sideways on. On the pelvis nice and neutral, so not the bum sticking out or pelvis just full, just nice and easy, knees bent, knees above the feet. So if you either sort of just pointing forward or maybe slightly apart with that, suits you. And then just looking at it. So this is Wu Chi. This is the sort of the infinite potential, nothingness, working on all of the elements, all the organs. Richard's least favourite.
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, he's getting used to it now. That's good. So also just a reminder, this will be the last Thursday afternoon we'll be keeping going with Tuesdays. But the yoga and Qigong has been cut down a little bit. I think partly the yoga team wanted to do more in-person classes once they could, and they've got a whole bank of videos now that people can just tune into.
So there'll be no online class on Thursday lunch.
There'll be no more Thursday lunchtime online class, which is a bit sad because we enjoy them, don't we, Richard?
We do, yeah.
We do.
Adriana says, "Oh no."
No. You see, Adriana enjoys it too. So maybe we can. I think certainly November will be just the one class, but maybe we can do some. Maybe we can go back to 2 in the new year. I think November, December looks like it's probably going to be one. But still, don't know what's going to happen.
It's all a bit unclear at the moment. So.
Yeah. It's been fun doing the classes, particularly with Richard, actually.
Just catching up. Paulie Muttley is a rehome Springer Spaniel, so he won't stop running.
So that is a Springer Spaniel. Nice. Who chose the name Muttley? I guess it would have to be Paul. I'm sure his.
Because I was thinking
too young.
I was thinking, oh, maybe he's a mongrel, and therefore a sort of mutt.
That's got nothing to do with it. It might not do with Dick Dustin. And
no, but he's a pedigree, isn't he? He's a Springer Spaniel, so he wouldn't be a mutt.
Can you do a Muttley laugh?
I can in my head.
How's on a something more serious note? Well, how's Saruti? You've been listening into Saruti talk.
I've been listening to them all.
Oh yeah.
And actually, Adriana got a special mention from Saruti.
Really?
In a way.
Done Queen with jealousy.
She made a comment on maybe Tuesday night,
Right.
which he thought was very good, and he brought it up again last night.
There we have it. We have a celebrity, Adriana. I bet you were chuffed with that. So Adriana, son.
Going back to Muttley,
Oh yeah.
he came with that name, and he's a 6-year-old.
Okay. 6, not very old, is that?
Very young, yeah. And Adriana says, yes, I felt so honoured.
Yeah. Do you remember what the question was?
It was to do with metta being sort of radically at the heart of everything.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
something about if metta, she asked, if metta was ultimate reality.
Okay, interesting. Good, interesting question. Whether metta is ultimate reality. I haven't caught up any. Well, I've been busy with other things, but I always liked the Buddhist talks and meditations as well. When he would do his rambles, he would do a short meditation before the rambles. It was so good.
I haven't watched them properly, but he's doing morning meditations from a shrine room, I guess. Have you
From
seen
his
it?
own, probably.
And behind him there's a wall, like a stone wall.
Yeah.
But with stones this big, like
Right.
huge boulders.
I wonder if that's because he lives in Wales. I wonder if that might be his place in Wales.
In last night's talk, he wasn't in that, he was in a different room. And he said there might be problems, a storm is coming in.
Oh, right.
And he has a tin roof, and he said you might hear the storm.
Okay, so Chi. We'll go into metal first, I think, and then we'll go into fire. So up into metal. So as if you're holding a large beach ball, palms facing the lungs, relax the shoulders. You can imagine the hands resting, if you're visually inclined or in this work, you can imagine the hands resting on balloons or something, being supported, the upright, being supported. Just breathing into any tension.
We're still doing Tuesdays, right?
Yeah,
The
so,
Qi.
yeah, so Tuesday the Qigong remains the same, 12 to 12:45. Let's see how it goes. Let us know if you have been tuning regularly and you kind of miss them.
Well, Paul's already said it's a shame.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You'll be able to play more golf.
I could play more golf. I did think I quite liked just throw it all in and play golf. Well, that could become very annoying after all.
Professionally?
No. Not professionally.
Do you think golf is quite dharmic?
No. What is interesting though is how I was thinking about how the mind is so important in that sense. I guess any sport, into the mental side is so important. I guess the mental side includes the heart. So having kind of a clear mind, positive emotion, all those things would make a difference. People often work on the technical side of it. Obviously, maybe it's different now, but maybe it's a bit, or the physical, technical side. But there's also maybe the ethical side to golf, or the energy flow. So I definitely felt freer, physically, mentally freer than I can remember. And I thought that's probably Qigong and Tai Chi just a bit more. I could feel my body was a bit loose, and I could relax. Maybe just choose to let go of tension when I could feel it arising. But it could also be sometimes if you don't play. I hadn't played for such a long time. The first time back was always easy because so few expectations. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze.
You said ethical. Do you mean not cheating?
No, don't you? Which is very literal today. That means sort of like living a kind of good, good life where you don't have any recriminations or just don't feel angry. Or if you do, you're able to kind of manage it a bit better or something. Which is
There's something called the yips in golf.
oh yeah, there is the yips, Richard. You know so much about golf.
Well, I think you get the yips in other sports as well.
Like which sports do you get the yips in?
Snooker.
Oh, snooker, yeah. That's right, because who was it? The big guy who drank a lot, Willie Thorne.
Willie Thorne.
I think he drank a lot because he got the yip that was control, and then he took beta blockers. I think that. Don't quote me on this. Or don't sue me on it. What's the point? Yeah, yips are flits. Particularly as you get older, I think you're more prone to the yips. It's a good name, yips. You get meditation, you get the yips in meditation. Or Qigong, you get all the yips. Yeah. I had another Tai Chi lesson with Tinyu, Muslim son, and it's quite interesting how to do it properly. I can sort of do it. I can do it, and it looks okay. But then when I listen to him, he gets into it with that little cheating things that I do, and it's really hard. That's kind of good. There's something where you turn on your heel. It's very hard to actually get the weight on it.
Do you do a lot of different moves with him, or quite a small?
It's quite small. Yeah, I'm just learning the form at the moment, so I just sort of stay maybe just elements of the form, which and then practicing. I do really like it. Okay, it's quite a lot. How are you doing with you?
It's starting to help.
So Richard, that's not how Richard is saying. Richard may be taking on people as well. I'm okay, hurting a little bit. But I'm conscious that we're supposed to be painting the sun. Here comes the sun. So let's just shake that bit. Just a little bit of a shake. And then hands on belly before we come into. Let's give it a good few minutes in the fire position. And so just do what you can, and if it becomes too much, just come back to this position again and try again. So let's see how it goes. So we're going to come up into the fire. So just come up, Richard, slowly. So palms facing outwards, back the height of your cheeks. Again, saying that the leg, you've got a nice grounded leg position, knees bent. Palms facing out. So this is the sun position. Heart.
We briefly had someone from India.
Really?
Yeah, they wrote a nice message, but for some reason they retracted it. But
Really? Ah.
and I can't pronounce their name because it's in a script.
Okay, alright. Well, hello, India. Person from India. Nice having you here. It's my mother country, as you can tell. I have my Puri shirt on.
You lived in India till you were 5?
4.
4.
Yeah. So I went to Puri when I was, I don't know, 2 or 3. I vaguely remember it. And I went again in my 40s.
Where's Puri?
Puri's in Orissa, so it's on the east coast, down from, I guess you go down from Calcutta, but quite a way. But not just sort of mid, I'm not sure exactly. But it's in Orissa. Much of Venezuela, a program called Tales from Orissa, I think. Anyway, it's I remember from a very young child, like just been glorious, like white sand, fishermen. We all had conch shell hats, all the children had conch shell hats with numbers on. I guess to me.
What is a conch shell hat?
There's the white curly shells.
What, big ones?
Yeah, well, they weren't made out of a conch shell. They looked like they were made to look like them. I thought, I always assumed they were made out of conch shell, but actually, this time I think I know the point. A very good barber in Puri this time when I went in my 40s. I really like just get a wet shave. I met my friend Trevor in Puri, who unfortunately died not long after. He's very nice.
How long did you visit India for? You went for a road trip?
Yeah, 5 months.
5 months. Before you were ordained?
Before I was ordained, yeah. So whilst I could still get crazy. Which I didn't really.
The last hurrah.
At that point, it was I don't know what I may never have got ordained. I remember smoking cigarettes with Trevor in Puri. Pointing on things. Okay, so this might be starting to hurt a little bit, but see how you're doing. So just play with the edge, but just come back to the belly if need be. I see people faint doing fire-ants. I don't know if you're one of those. We had a retreat at Vidrasana, a Qigong retreat with Tin Yu, and he had us do fire, and somebody just sort of staggered into the middle of the room and just went. He was very good. Okay, let's give another minute if we can. How you doing, Richard?
Just starting to hurt the shoulders. Yeah.
Okay. What news from you?
I never had much news, but I've really perfected my cannellini bean broth.
Richard's cannellini bean broth is
Cannellini.
Cannellini.
Yeah.
So what's in that?
Cannellini beans.
Yeah.
With lots of olive oil, rosemary, and garlic.
Sounds great.
So yummy.
Sounds great. Okay, you might have to give me the recipe for that. Maybe you can post the recipe online. Okay, I'm starting to wilt here. The hands are sort of getting lower and lower.
It's got the yips.
Qigong yips. No. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's just rest again. So hands on belly.
Me too, for the recipe, says Paul.
Okay, yeah.
And my black bean burger recipe.
Which is black bean burger recipe good as well.
Yeah.
I did another vegan jambalaya from the Simple Vegan blog. That's quite good. Probably not, actually definitely won't be as good as Miss Richards. Black bean burger and cannellini Stew.
No, but I had yours. It was very good.
It was good. Yeah, it's kind of yeah. Okay, let's come back to which. Ooh, look at my shoulders. Oh, I said we do earth as well. Let's do some earth. Once in Salami had me do some earth. Stomach.
You don't often do earth, do you?
No, we don't want to do earth. I think I avoid it. For whatever reason. It's not in when you do the sequence. It's not in that sequence of metal, fire, water, wood, chi. Let's do earth. So palms facing downwards. So sat in front. So which is actually yesterday you got some very nice flowers in you for the so on Friday night, well there's an in-person meditation and puja class which I'll be at, which Kusala Sara will be leading, and I'll be upstairs. But there'll also be Saviti will be doing one online to mark the second anniversary of the death of Saint Raksha, who founded this movement. So that will be, so the flowers which you got will be down here for that. So if you can't make the in person, do check that out. So only for Richard's flowers, but well, they're not exactly Richard's flowers. But
Paul says, what's this position called, please?
oh, this one is Earth, Paul.
So in your live puja, will that be a sort of commemorative or not?
I don't know actually. Well, I think I hadn't thought about it, but Kusala is leading the evening, so I might lead the puja. I imagine we will. Yeah, imagine.
I hadn't realised, a live class was going on at the same time, so
Yeah.
you will need flowers.
Upstairs.
But I think just keep the sunflowers.
Yeah. Right.
Fan on the laptop. I'm going swimming this afternoon.
We're just going swimming. Where are you going? Your call.
On the way to the flowers yesterday, I stopped in your call and said, have you opened the pool yet?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, we opened it yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
It's been closed since March.
So swimming pool's open, your call? I'm going, except it's a bit cold to go swimming.
It's not the best day for a swim.
No. I'll stick to Chiba.
It's a bit fiddly as well. You have to download an app.
Do you?
You have to change poolside.
Do
all sorts of rules.
So what we can do is, so if you keep the left hand near the body and just extend the right hand out. So the right hand just goes further out, as if you're kind of, you're a DJ spinning the record. Come get that, and then I don't know if they do that or not. And the left hand stays nearest the body. Let's change it around. So the right hand comes closer, the left hand extends out. Which looks like some sort of kung fu geek.
I'm thinking about Paul's poor dog. It's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
Springer Spaniel, are they the brown and white ones?
I don't know, I'm not good on dogs. What did King Charles II or King Charles I? What are they? They like Spaniels, don't they?
Yeah, King Charles Spaniels.
That's what they are. And you know, I should sometimes just mainly a lot of the time keep my mouth shut.
Springer Spaniels you see in paintings of hunting.
Okay.
They're hunting, they get pheasants,
Okay.
I think.
I saw a pheasant yesterday.
Yeah,
In Concourse.
in Bethlehem.
Bethnal Green now.
What was it doing? Just wandering about.
Just wondering, I think playing golf. I think it was putting.
Paul says he's okay. It's to be done. Oh, it's to be done next week. So he's laying on that leg.
Okay.
On painkillers, anti-inflammatories. Next Thursday is the day. Oh,
Okay.
it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. My next Thursday. Okay, and then just coming back to rest. Okay, so we come to the end of the class. That's been gone very quickly, I think. Well, for me it has, maybe not for you. That's felt like a good workout. So let's start to warm down. So gathering up energy, breathing in, left hand off the right, coming over the chest and to the belly. To the left, to the left. And to the right. And then swelling to the kidneys in a nice little shape. You can breathe in as well. Join your hands together. And massage your leg. Good, so enjoy that. I hope you have a good rest of the week. Do tune in to the meeting tonight, tomorrow in the mornings, and we'll be back on Tuesday. Richard's posted a link in case you want to get them done. I really appreciate that to help us run our classes. And yeah, that will be it. Okay, have a very, very good day.